Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sense of Humor podcast. It's good to be back, and we kind of came back to some original format here, so hope you guys enjoy it. But I am joined here with my co-host, Phantom Voyager.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
I did kind of go off script there. I totally forgot the intro and everything, but
Oh,
that's all
that's
right.
fine.
It's a brand new day if people know what I'm talking about. But anyway, um. How you been? It's been a while. I think the last time we played was either the podcast or a little bit after
I think
last week.
I think it
So
was like Destiny or something last week.
yeah, so definitely need to get back on the train of that before your trip, or you know, whenever works for you. I'm down to do. In fact, I have tomorrow off as well, so it is my brother's birthday. I might be celebrating that a little bit. But yeah. So how's things been going?
It's been going really good. Just got a lot of good. I had my review at my job, and everything went good. It went
Oh, that's
great.
good.
My boss told me today because I told him, well, he's like, "You're not gonna be here tomorrow or Saturday or next week, right?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "Okay, well, I'll miss you." I go, "What?" And he's like, I'm gonna miss having you around here. I like having you here. And I go, well, thank you.
Just
And
say that's good. Honestly, like when especially if they're being genuine about that too. So yeah, no, that's awesome. And I'm glad. I'm glad the review went well. That's always nice to hear. Does that mean you got a bump in pay too? Then
I'm hoping so. I don't know.
that's
He
good.
says he's got to send the paperwork in and talk with the higher up, but we'll see.
Valid, valid. But yeah, no, that's good to hear. Any like movie or like any like have you seen Superman or Fantastic Four yet?
No, I want to.
Dang.
I
Okay, well
have
I
not
still
yet.
can't spoil it
You
then.
you can spoil it for me. That's fine with me. I'll see it eventually, but like you can spoil it if you need to.
I don't know, man. Like, cause here's the thing. I at least don't want to spoil. Well, actually, I don't think I want to spoil either for you, cause they're both such good experiences. Like, I think I've given my rating on here before. So
Hmm.
like my for Superman it was 9.5 out of 10, and for Fantastic Four it was 7 out of 10. And I have watched both movies twice, so if anyone says like, "Oh, it's the new Superman bias," like because you just recently saw it, I'm like, "Nope, I've seen it twice.
Hmm.
Still hits just as well as the first time, and I can still validly say, as a huge Marvel and Spider Man fan, Superman still beat Fantastic Four for me. But to each their own. But yeah, any other news?
Um, Not really. My dad's birthday is tomorrow, so I might leave
Oh,
early. I might go celebrate with him. So
nice. So your dad's birthday and my brother's birthday. That's awesome. I didn't know they shared the same birthday.
neither did I.
Well, that's news to me, but speaking of news, that is kind of what I will be bringing to the table today. Not like a specific topic, but rather specific um, pop culture and or movie news, which I am super stoked to share with you. Just as excited as I was when I like planned it and everything.
Hmm.
But for those of you who don't know, on August 1st, it is national, or maybe not national, but it is technically Spider Man Day. So August 1st was Spider Man Day, and they decided to tease a little hint for the new Spider Man Brand New Day movie. And holy crap, leaks and set photos and videos galore. We got some awesome news to talk about. Because holy crap, first things first, that suit, best live action Spider Man suit to this day. Like the best suit I've seen since probably See, and a lot of people are gonna probably bash on me. Like, I know a lot of people like Andrew Garfield's TASM 2. It's the most comic accurate besides this current one, but I still liked Toby's suit just because it looked cool. Um, but yeah, no, I can see why people like TASM 2. But that spider really just didn't do it for me. Like everything
Hmm.
else was great about it, but yeah, no, the spider is what kind of threw me off for that suit. And this suit does the exact opposite. I love the spider. So a lot of people don't know like terms I'm probably gonna say or whatever, but they basically added raised webbing, which is the webbing on suits that look 3D, so they're like more visual. Because Tom Holland's suits have been kind of like more like the webbing's like lighter and harder to see, and it's kind of like sewn into the costume and whatnot. Um, they chose a nice blue for it as well. The one gripe I have about it, and I'll actually send you pictures because I don't know if you've seen it yet or not.
I've seen it before, but I'm looking at it again, and I like how it looks like a combination of like almost all three Spider-Man suits combined.
Exactly, and that's what I love about it. The spider's bigger, so it's more noticeable. I didn't mind Homecomings, where it was a little small one, but I do like this more prominent one. It really like it fills the space on his chest, and it looks great.
I like how it
But yeah,
looks
no,
aggressive with it too. Like it's not some simple like kind spider. It looks like it's got a little bit of aggression. It's got the points on it too.
yeah, and a lot of people were pointing out, and I can kind of tell, but apparently the little lenses on his eyes are a little bit bigger and sharper. So a lot of people are like, he's still trying to keep the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for those he's looking out for, and then like more threatening or menacingly towards his enemies and or the bad guys. So I like that take. I think that's interesting. I have one gripe, and I'm wondering if you can guess it.
Mm,
Well, actually, I have two, but like the second one's not as bad.
I can't guess. I haven't seen the trailer, but I've only seen the pictures. So
So there is no trailer,
yeah.
but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the little teaser where Tom's like in the warehouse ready to go on set, but
Yeah.
it's the web shooters for me. Little big, a little clunky, but honestly, it makes sense because he's now on his own. He doesn't have Stark technology to help him, so he's probably got to use with what he's got.
Is it the one
And
that
then
looks like
like,
the exosuit? Like a exosuit looking thing? Or
um,
am I mistaken?
wait,
Where's it?
wait, which one?
Is it a
Oh,
websuit?
let me send you a picture. Hang on.
Okay. Send it on Messenger because my phone's not working.
Yeah, no, you're good. Hang on. Let me zoom in on it too, so that way you like know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the one on his wrist. It looks like a Motorola.
Let's see. There we go. But yeah, it's like the little silver rectangle on his wrist. Yeah. I'll send you that one. Um, like it's not bad. Like I kind of like the silver and red. Like it's not like super bad detail. The other gripe was the back spider matches the same as the front. And I think that's the only thing I've disliked about a lot of the Spider-Man suits is they both have the same front and back spider. Or at least Andrew and Tom did. Toby's back spider was a little different, but it was similar enough to where I didn't notice it was a different spider until like I'm now an adult and now I can kind of recognize like, oh, I see what people are talking about. But again,
Yeah.
not like huge gripes, but yeah, no. And actually, like honestly, let me send you a picture of the back spider too because it looks really good the way they did it. Like
Is it red on the back or
yeah,
okay.
still red. Like they went with the classic red and blue, which again, happy. Like I didn't mind the red and black. Kind of reminded me of the Steve Ditko one, but I don't know. I personally love this new suit way better.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I like how the colors
but
are also like vibrant, but they're not too vibrant.
Exactly. Like I never liked the dark red and blue. Like that's what I disliked about Toby and Andrews. I didn't like the navy blue. The fact that they went with like a little bit of a brighter blue and then like when it's in the light, it shines a lot more. Like it looks like a light. Like it's almost like a royal blue. It's like in
Yeah.
between royal and navy, but like bright enough to like not be navy, which I love. Um so that's that. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. As you guys probably couldn't already tell, the huge Spider-Man fan just gushing over this new suit. And I can
Isn't
only imagine. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like this is beyond the suit, but like isn't Frank gonna be in it? Like Frank Castle? Like
Yes, sir,
wasn't
and that
he
was
was leaked?
actually yeah, and that's what I'm actually going to get into cuz apparently you heard that they're doing a Punisher special for Disney Plus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that is actually going to be right before Spider-Man Brand New Day. And
Mm.
apparently, that special is going to go right into Spider-Man right after. So, like, he's basically doing back to back films with Tom. And I
Oh.
think there's another one he's in with Tom Holland, too, with Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey, I believe it's called. So, that's pretty interesting. He's got three project. Well, at least two projects with Tom, but he has three projects all to himself, back to back to back, which is insane. Like
Oh yeah.
crazy, crazy cool actor, and I'm really excited to see Punisher with Spider-Man. Which is what a lot of people were saying. I don't know if you've seen the set photos or videos yet
Mm-mm.
of him with the tank,
No.
which is another thing I'll bring back in a or bring up in a minute. But he's basically chasing a tank in one of the scenes, and a lot of people are saying Punisher is in that tank.
I wouldn't
So
doubt it.
he's
I wouldn't doubt
yeah,
it.
as I say, he's chasing Punisher because Punisher is literally putting civilians in harm's way, and he doesn't care. And Spider-Man's like, no, like I know you're trying to deal justice, but like you're doing it the wrong way. So he's obviously gonna swing in and try and save the day, which I think is really cool. So yeah, John Bernthal is returning as Punisher or Frank Castle, which I'm excited. Tom Holland obviously is Spider-Man and or Peter Parker. Um, I'm trying to decide where to start with. I guess I'll just kind of go off with the new stuff and then we'll kind of recap because we have like I've brought up at least like a lot of the stuff that's been leaked already. Like,
Mm.
so I'll probably recap some of the other stuff that I've said in the podcast, or some people probably already still know. But I'll go through kind of like the newer stuff. One of them being is they're going back to prosthetic, or is it prosthetic or like they're doing real stunts again. Like it's not going to be
Oh,
all CGI.
thank goodness.
So yeah, in the video that we see him chasing the tank, it's all I don't know if it's Tom Holland, but it's all like
Real.
real. Like
Okay.
he's like actually swinging. It looks super cool. Like I love it. And his swing pattern looks like Spider-Man. Like I'm really excited. Like again, guys probably can't tell me gushing over this movie and it's not even already out. But yeah, no, it's also been leaked. I don't know if this is a more recent thing, but a lot of people have kind of assumed this as well. It is going to have a darker tone than the previous three Spider-Man films, and if that's
Yes.
any consolation, I mean, first off, we have Punisher,
Frank
obviously,
Castle.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but also if we're gonna say it's darker than No Way Home, where he literally watches Green Goblin kill Aunt May in front of him,
And then almost
and then
kill
on
him.
top, yeah, and not only that, like Peter almost kills Goblin. Like the other Peter had to step in and be like, this isn't the right way. Like it's our responsibility to do the right thing. Like if that's any consolation, I'm excited. I know a lot of people are kind of like, well, they just like made Superman lighthearted, fixed all the irreparable damage with Injustice and Man of Steel, where he's a dark character. And I'm like, yes, but a little joke, but also kind of like real. In Spider-Man 2, Aunt May said to Peter, like, you do so much, you're not Superman. And he's not. He really isn't. Like,
Mm-mm.
Superman should be kind of seen as not a perfect being, but just near that. Like, he's just straight up Boy Scout, does everything right. Spider Man in the comics, and my friend brought this up to me, um, Kingpin from inside prison ordered a hit out on Aunt May and got her
Oh.
shot. And you know what Peter did?
Mm.
He went to that prison, took off his mask in front of all the criminals, and then beat Kingpin to a pulp. Just so they knew if they ever tried to hunt down Peter or any of his loved ones, they're next. So he
I mean,
didn't
that's
kill him, bear in
fair.
mind.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I would have done something like that. Like if I had that ability, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would definitely do that.
Yeah, so it's like he has that power, but he can also hold back. Like he has the responsibility to hold back. But he also is like the kind of guy where he's like, you mess with me, you mess with my family, I'm a mess back like 10 times worse.
Yes.
So, yeah, Kingpin never, I don't think ever messed with him again. And I think all those criminals just kind of like turned a blind eye and was like, okay, whatever. Like, we're not going to mess with him.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool because I'm pretty sure he did it with the, like, so he had the black suit at the moment. I don't know if it was the actual symbiote or if he was just wearing the suit that he kept. Because, like, I guess he kept a sewn design of the black suit. I think it was given to him by Black Cat because
Mm.
she really liked his black suit.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's kind of getting off topic. But Brand New Day, again, gonna have a darker tone. And again, as a Spider-Man fan, I love the lighthearted Peter Parker, Tom Holland, etc. Like I love it. But I do think it's kind of appropriate for this version of Spider-Man where he's literally lost everybody. And I mean everybody. And that's another thing to point out to the Superman in 2025. Not really a spoiler, but he has both his parents and he has Lois Lane. So, you know, he hasn't really lost anything.
No.
So, and I mean, again, spoiler warning. So, like, no one say spoilers in the chat or anything for my boy here, because I think he owes it to himself to go see it without spoilers first, because I think he'll love it. Like, in fact, I recall you saying, like, multiple times, you're more of a DC fan than a Marvel fan.
Yeah.
So I think this will make you especially pumped, considering this is the first DCU movie. So, like, their version of Iron Man. Like,
Yes.
originally thought it was going to be Robert Pattinson. They've officially confirmed he's not going to be the Batman, which I'm okay with. I'm okay that he's not the Batman for DCU. But we'll see. But going back to my notes, so those are really the two things that really
Wait.
stuck out in terms of
So
like big news. But what's up?
so my friend brought up like he told me how Frank Castle or Punisher is gonna be in the Spider-Man movie, right? Which you also
Mhm.
told me. But I told him this and I thought about it. Like you've seen all of Born Again, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, remember how Frank Castle, this is, I don't think it's a spoiler, it's been out for a while, but you remember how Frank escaped at the end?
Yes, it.
So, do you think, like, Frank's gonna go back, because Daredevil's already gonna go back to the city and try to get more help, because he's not gonna do that alone. But do you
Yeah.
think that Punisher is gonna go back to the city and then run into Spider-Man in this movie? Like, do you think, like him escaping at the end of Boarding Again is going to tie into the same time that he's in the Spider-Man Brand New Day like movie,
So
same
actually, it's gonna
timeline or no?
go. So it's gonna go Born Again.
Uh,
Then it's going to go his special, then Spider Man. So
okay.
basically, what we saw at the end of Born Again, we're going to see the beginning in his own movie, in the special at the end of this year. And then after that, that's going to tie into Spider-Man, which I also wrote down the date for. The current release date right now is July 31st.
Ooh.
So a
Well,
day before Spider-Man Day, which is an interesting choice, but
come,
no, that's really cool.
come sooner, sooner, sooner,
Yeah,
sooner,
for
sooner,
real.
please.
Same with Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm really looking forward to that too. Like I'm all spideyed up again. Like I'm ready. Like I really am. I'm so excited.
I'm excited that they're
Um
not doing more multiverse stuff in the live action or anything. I'm just
yes,
like the Spider-Verse thing
grounded.
was cool, it was awesome, it was all right, and then they stretched it out, and I'm just like, okay. And then I'm like, Spider-Man's cool, I love Spider-Man, but like, please stop with the whole multiverse thing. Like, it's overwhelming. And then now that they're going back to like living in his first apartment by himself, starting all over, fighting city level crime, and we're probably gonna see it like a flashback, not a flashback, but like a time like a year later or a year before or whatever time thing gap or whatever, and he's gonna see like him fighting like crooks or just like people breaking into like buildings or banks and stuff, and then it's gonna show like I don't know, just street level swinging around the city, saving cats and stuff type Spider-Man, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and I agree there too cuz well, first things first, in well, obviously we're going to see him, or I think we're going to see him in Doomsday, and if not Doomsday, we're definitely seeing him in Secret Wars in the black suit, which I'm really looking forward to. Um,
But by Black
but
Suit, you don't mean Venom, right? You just mean like his
no,
black suit.
Venom, like he's
Venom,
going to be
Venom?
Venom. Yeah, yeah. Like we're going to see cuz in the comics of Secret Wars, that's where he first gets the black suit. So,
I thought
he's going to be
Venom died
gift
though.
Well, so there is still that piece that kind of was left behind in the MCU.
Yes.
So it could be that, or in the um in the comics it was given to him. I can't remember the exact process cuz I never read those comics. I just read like a brief description on Secret Wars, but basically it was given to him so he could fight the multiversal threat. Like so
Mm,
it made him stronger, made him like it boosted his abilities
yes.
so he could fight this threat easier. Granted, it was also a double-edged sword where the suit feeds on his emotions, and he's no longer normal Peter Parker, which is where the turn hits, and he's like, "No, I got to take this off." Like, and I hope that's what 5 will be about, like Spider-Man 5, and then 6. A lot of people are saying because I may have misread this information because originally I said Marvel's not going to do Miles Morales, like live action Marvel isn't.
Mhm.
But apparently they're not allowed to do Miles Morales until Beyond the Spider-Verse is out. So when they're done with Beyond the
Um,
Spider-Verse, they could probably use him. But there's also been news of a animated Spider-Punk movie coming out soon too.
that would be cool to see.
Yeah. So, and apparently the voice actor is both helping write and direct that film as well, which is interesting.
Because I'm also worried
Um,
about like Ned dying, and also the Hobgoblin.
so that's what a lot of people are saying too. So that was another thing I read up about, and I could have misread as well because my friend was telling me Ned is the Hobgoblin, but from what I previously read was Ned was set up as the Hobgoblin,
Yeah,
and
that's what
then
I
the
heard.
actual Hobgoblin
Killed
comes
him.
in and kills him,
Hmm.
and then So I don't know which way it will go. Either way, it'll be kind of emotional because, like, I mean,
Ned's adorable.
Spider-Man.
He's a
Well,
sweetheart.
in No Way Home, both Peters kind of foreshadowed or possibly foreshadowed that because if you think about it, they literally both talk about how their best friends turn evil and they have to fight them. Like,
Yeah.
so yes, I think it'd be the most emotional with Tom's, because I feel like their friendship, like Peter and Ned's, was more expressed, more what's the word? Like
More
it felt more
emotional.
organic. Yeah, it felt more connected. Whereas
Harry and
yeah, Harry and Peter in the Toby movies, like they weren't. It wasn't a terrible dynamic, but like, I mean, Harry was literally jealous of Peter for
yeah,
loving Mary Jane, and
and
then
getting
mad at
her.
him for taking pictures of Spider-Man, and then in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, that version of Harry was super toxic, was like super
Hmm.
mad at him because he wouldn't want to get like he didn't want to get quote unquote Spider-Man for him so he could get his DNA and crap. It's like, okay, well, I don't know. I picture this is how like Peter and Harry's relationship should have been. Like from the I mean, Harry's always been jealous of Peter. Like that's always kind of been a known thing like
Yeah,
because his father loves Peter, not or maybe as a son, but like he sees Peter as this genius, whereas Harry's kind of the slacker and the, you
the
know,
cool
he
kid.
goes. I
Yeah,
was gonna say he goes and hangs out with Flash and gets into trouble and stuff. But yeah, no, like I I honestly do kind of hope we do get a Harry Osborn and or like I don't know. A lot of people are saying we might get a Norman Osborn for the MCU, which would be interesting. I don't know. That's kind of future Spider-Man films though. Like that's after Brand New Day and um the one after that as well. Cuz like I don't know according to Tom, he might take a break from acting again after Secret Wars. So the last two Spider-Man movies could be delayed or maybe they'll happen in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, it's all complicated, and
yeah,
I mean, I don't mind that as long as we still get them because, like, and I've kind of expressed this, but I personally think he doesn't have the best movies, but Tom has the best performance as both Peter and Spider Man, and I think that's what both the other two kind of missed and hit. Like, I feel like Peter or rather, Andrew Garfield's version of Spider Man, he felt more like if Flash Thompson wore the Spider-Man suit. Like he was the cool
yeah,
kid who skateboarded and like bullied the bully and bullied the well, I mean, Spider-Man does kind of mess with his villains in the comics.
yeah,
So that part was correct.
yeah.
So I don't mind that. Like his quippiness, that was good. So he plays a good Spider-Man, but his Peter Parker was lacking to me. And then again, Toby's kind of the opposite, where he nailed the nerdy, awkward kid, but not enough quipping, not enough, or not enough cool Spider-Man.
Yeah, he just wasn't
Like,
flexible enough, I think.
yeah, badass Spider-Man, but not
Oh,
like funny, quippy Spider-Man. Which
yeah.
is, I want a good mix of both, and I think Tom does that, especially that one scene when he's fighting all of Mysterio's drones. He
Hmm.
literally like does a copy of Captain America holding Mjolnir and his shield and fighting off all the drones. Like I thought that was perfect because it was comedic, but it was also badass. Like he did a perfect balance of both, and I think that's what I want to see in Spider-Man. Um, but now for kind of the recap, and a little bit new extra news. According to some people, Mr. Negative might not even be in the movie. I know a lot of people were saying he would be. I was thinking he would because that would be the only logical thing for Savage Hulk to come back, which has been rumored to happen. Because quite frankly, I don't want a genius Hulk anymore, nor
No,
do I want him to continue that in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like if he's Bruce Banner, sure, but I don't want to see him as Smart Hulk. Like I just
no.
want to see Bruce Banner and Savage Hulk back at it again cuz that was like peak Hulk and
Like
that's gone now
2008.
for
I want
me.
like 2008 style Hulk.
Yeah, or Avengers 1 Hulk, like where
Yeah.
he's like literally scary. Like I remember when I was younger, I was scared of
Oh my
Hulk at
gosh.
first.
You know,
Like when he was chasing Black Widow, like that scared me as a kid. So, but like as an adult, I'm like that is badass.
Oh
Like
yeah.
badass shot, like love it. It was perfect. But
Remember in 2008 movie Hulk where he ripped the tank off, like the top of the tank off and threw it?
yes, I do.
Remember, so now you're saying that Frank Castle's in a tank and through roaming through the city. Imagine if Savage Hulk comes in and rips the top off the tank,
Well,
and
and
Frank
that's what a
Castle
lot
just
of
sits there and just looks up and goes, "Well, shit."
well, and that's the other thing is a lot of people are like, how is the Punisher gonna face off against Spider-Man and the Hulk, two superpowered beings?
Yeah.
And I thought about that too. Didn't make sense to me, but I guess some leakage yet again. Um, he's gonna have weaponry that can face off against super powered beings, which I think is interesting.
I
So
wonder where he gets
he's
that
not.
from though.
Yeah, and that's the other problem is like, okay, well, is it tie into like, oh, is it gonna be more Stark tech or whatever? And will that lead into Tom like upgrading his web shooters so they're smaller and less noticeable again, or will he just make a new suit entirely? But again, like I don't want that to happen, or at least not the suit part, because that suit needs to stay through all three films. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, obviously bring in the black suit, but keep that red and blue suit, okay? Disney, I know you want to sell toys,
Yeah.
but I do not like the Iron Spider.
Uh-uh.
Far From Home was okay. Homecoming was the best suit, and even that was a lacking suit because the black lines really messed with me. Like I hated those. I didn't mind the web shooters. If they made the web shooters black and that was it, fine.
Yeah.
But like the unnecessary black lines on his suit was just terrible. And then the homemade suit was cool too because it kind of reminded me of Scarlet Spider. But other than that, like I don't know. I hate that they had so many suits for him. And like even in No Way Home, like he had the most suits I think in that movie because he had the red and black suit, which was from Far From Home,
Hmm.
and then right after that, his suit got drenched in green paint, so he
So
turned it
instead,
inside out, and it's black and gold.
hmm
Then he got it cleaned, and Doc Ock gave him the nanotech back, and then it was a hybrid of both his red and black and the
he
Iron
also had the
Spider.
Noir suit too.
Yeah, and the night monkey suit from
Yeah.
Far From Home. And then he had the Iron Spider suit in No Way Home. And then finally he had his best suit at the end of the film, and it didn't see much action except him swinging through the city. But again, I'm not hating on that movie or like Tom Holland as Spider-Man or anything. Like again, people might be misconceiving what I'm like saying and ranting about. Like all I'm saying is I'm excited, I'm happy. Like Spider-Man is probably going to be where he's at, like where he hasn't been in the past like 11 years or so. So, I'm happy. I'm happy. No complaints. I'm happy.
Yeah, I don't have
The
any complaints. I'm very excited for it. I'm very happy that they're giving something that feels like a home vibed suit, not something that's like, oh yeah, he's super high tech and better than everybody. I'm not saying like that's what he was, but like he was given suits, he was given like higher
yeah.
advanced technology suits, but now he's just like, yeah, I have a fabric suit that it does nothing besides hide my identity, and I have these web shooters. I made it probably in my apartment.
And I
So,
was going to say like Spider-Man or Peter Parker is an intelligent person, but he's not like well, I guess according to some comics and versions of Reed Richards has said Peter has probably one of the most brilliant minds, but because of his lack of funding, like him and Stark have,
mhm.
he doesn't have the resources to show that greatness. Which I think is cool because that's like a huge compliment from Mr. Fantastic, and that's something I absolutely need to see is him being welcomed by the Fantastic Four. Like, you know, him and Johnny best friends. Sue loves him like another brother. Like Johnny. Reed Richards respects him like intelligently, and then Grimm just loves how he smashes things just as much as he does, or clobbers.
Yeah.
So, um, but before we get into more off track stuff, which I'm not having a problem with because again, I'm glad we're back on the topic of Spider-Man after so long. But we'll just kind of go through some recap stuff. Some of this stuff might be wrong because a lot of it is according to IMDb, which is a page that can be edited by people. But for the time being, we got John Bernthal as the Punisher, obviously, or Frank Castle. Tom Holland as Spider-Man. This is the cast, by the way.
Oh, okay, okay.
Zendaya is apparently coming back as MJ. Sadie Sink is unknown, but my friend from work did tell me about a possible casting that might have been leaked. Mark Ruffalo is the Hulk, or, Bruce Banner. Lisa, I might butcher this, so forgive me. Lisa Colin Zayas is also unknown. A lot of people were saying, oh, she could be Miles Morales' mom. She looks a little too old to be Miles Morales' mom, but who knows? And then Michael Mando, which I'm really looking forward to because he is Scorpion, which the last time we saw him was at the end of Homecoming in that end credit scene where he asks the Vulture, you know who he is, so tell me. And he's like, if I did, he'd be dead. So I think that's interesting. And then Jacob Batalon as Ned. So Ned and MJ are coming back, even though there was a huge rumor going around that they wouldn't be. And then for Sadie Sink's rumored casting, and like me, I would hate this, but I wouldn't mind it being in the film, but I also hate this character, but it's Screwball. And if people don't know who Screwball is, she's basically a villain that's also a content creator that live streams her crimes and then makes Spider-Man play little games to stop those crimes, basically, to boost her views, to boost everything. Like, there's little side missions you can do with her in the Spider-Man games. And then I knew her from... which TV show was it? I think there was a couple that I remember watching, but she was in some, and I just don't like her character. I don't mind Sadie Sink being Screwball, but I also just don't like her character. But I'm sure she'll do a good job, and I'm sure it'll be a favored character. And who knows? Maybe they'll make her likable to me too. So.
Yeah, maybe.
And then I already gave the date. July 31st, 2026, so put that in your calendars for the time being. That is the current release date for this movie. This is the rumored plot, again, according to IMDb. Peter Parker tries to focus on college and leave Spider-Man behind, but when a new threat endangers his friends, he must break his promise and suit up again, teaming with an unexpected ally, probably Punisher, to protect those he loves. Now, I will say, this plot makes a lot more sense to me than the plot that's been out recently, which is it was going to be a reverse Spider-Man 2, where instead of abandoning Spider-Man's identity, he was going to abandon Peter Parker's identity and only focus on being Spider-Man, which I wouldn't mind either, because that means we get more mask time. Like, he's wearing the suit pretty much 90% of the film instead of, 60% Spider-Man, 40% Peter Parker, but
yeah.
But yeah, that's the current rumored plot, which I will say this one makes more sense, and I'll tell you why. If people recall, in Daredevil Reborn, Wilson Fisk is the mayor of New York City, and he made the law of vigilantes, straight up illegal. He's like, no more superheroes, no more people wearing masks or wearing suits. And, he even calls out Spider-Man in the show, which I think is cool. They actually had him call out Spider-Man specifically. So that was kind of cool, and I'm wondering and I'm hoping, because again, a lot of people, even I think Sony and Disney themselves have said they can't put Spider Man in the TV shows, but if at the end of Brand New Day, Frank Castle or the Punisher freaking recruits Spider Man to fight the vigilante Wilson Fisk war, bro, I am
Oh yeah.
so down for that. If we
Oh
see
yeah.
him teaming up with the Defenders, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, like if we see him fighting along those guys, bro, give it to me. I want to see
Yeah.
Spider-Man versus Kingpin so bad. Like people probably have no idea. Well, I'm sure there are people that have an idea, but like I don't know.
Like
That's just
I
a
feel
fight we
like
need to see.
I feel like that fight has been a thing that needed to be on screen and hasn't been on screen for a while. 'Cause like that's one of
Yeah.
his like big main targets in the city is with
Well,
Wilson.
and I was gonna say, and it's also his biggest like down to earth street level villain. And I mean, like, come on, like, give it to us. Um, so that would be cool. I don't know if Punisher will be the one to recruit him. I think it would probably be more likely like Daredevil himself, which again I'm down for. But um,
How do you think they're gonna do the Super Scorpion? Do you think it's gonna turn out good or turn out bad?
so that's actually another good point. The actor for Scorpion, Michael Mando, on his Instagram posted a picture of a comic of Scorpion. So a lot of people are saying this means we'll probably get a comic accurate Scorpion suit, which would be sick cuz that's another villain I want to see fighting
What
Spider-Man
the
is
one with
Scorpion.
like the yellow eyes?
I think it's red eyes and then it's a green suit and then he's got like the tail that has a blade at the end with acid or poison depending on your version, but yeah, no. I'm really excited for that version and if
It's
that's true or not.
it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, no. I'm super excited. So I'm also going back to my notes here. So the confirmed villains, which I was gonna get to, because a lot of people were saying this movie could be bloated, but I think what they'll do is they'll show a little montage of Peter beating all these villains because they're a lot lesser known villains. Like they're interesting, but they're not as known as like Green Goblin or Doc Ock or Scorpion. Um, but we have three other villains besides Scorpion rumored to be in the film, but also Scorpion is said to not be the main villain in the film, which is interesting. But so the confirmed
Mm.
villains are a villain named Boomerang,
Yep.
Tarantula, and Tombstone. Now I want Tombstone to be the main villain, to be honest. Tombstone or Kingpin. If Kingpin's the villain, that makes it even better. But Tombstone's a rumored one, or not rumored. He's a confirmed one, and then one that is rumored is Mr. Negative. A lot of more recent things they've been saying Mr. Negative might not be in the film, which is unfortunate because I think he's the only one that could bring Savage Hulk back because he literally has the ability to feed people negative emotions and then that sets them in like a tone of rage. So if he did basically what Wanda did to Hulk in Age of Ultron, that would be interesting to see. But
What's Tombstone's abilities again?
so Tombstone has invulnerable skin, so like he can't be shot, stabbed, etc. Like his skin is basically like stone, like or more stronger than stone. But he also has super strength. He's basically like Kingpin but bulletproof skin.
Oh, good
So
lord.
yeah, he's a pretty powerful enemy of Tombstone. He's also like in some versions like Spectacular Spider-Man, like he whoops Spider-Man's butt. So yeah, no, there's that which I'm excited for. And then here's some theories that I kind of wrote down. If Mr. Negative is involved and he's the main villain, it would make sense because Wilson Fisk is no longer in the criminal business, so the criminal underworld has a power vacuum now. So like someone wants to rise to power and take that place. And a lot of people are saying that could be Mr. Negative with him and his demons. And then we
Yeah.
also have the possibility of a gang war where it could be between Scorpion's gang, Tombstone's gang, and Mr. Negative's gang. And that's what brings Punisher in, is because it's a gang war. His family died to a gang, so obviously he's going to want to take out other gangs. And of course, Spider-Man's going to see this and be like, not the right way to do it, buddy. Let's take him out how Daredevil or other heroes would want to. The judicial system, or however you say it, with democracy.
With
You're getting sent to
democracy.
jail. But then my theory was Boomerang and Tarantula will be villains for hire. Like they'll be hired by Tombstone and Scorpion and possibly Martin Lee or Mr. Negative, and then that's where they'll be involved. Like they won't be super involved. They'll be kind of like side villains. Um, and then yeah, Tombstone and Scorpion probably being the gang leaders, and then Punisher will be on a mission to eliminate them and their gangs. Um, yeah, and then Spider-Man probably needs help with gangs and enlists the help of Hulk and Punisher in the end. Or maybe he enlists the help of Punisher to stop the Hulk from destroying the city because Martin Lee or Mr. Negative again like makes him go all crazy from the negative emotions and such.
This might be a side rant or not a rant, but like a side thing. But is Craven that we saw, is that part of the Tom Holland universe?
It is not.
It is not. Okay, so technically they could do Rhino, right?
They could do Rhino. I would want them to do a different Craven, to be honest, because that one's too young. And again, I don't like his origin story. That was kind of weird to me.
I know this is gonna sound, I don't want to make it like it sound gay, but like he had the right proper figure for Craven, in my opinion. Like he had the figure and the character for it. It's just he needed to be a slight bit older.
Well, he needed to be older and he needed to be a villain, not this anti-villain, thing that Sony's trying to pull. Like, I get it. Like, they're kind of desperate now that they've given the rights to live-action Spider-Man films to the MCU. But
Hmm.
again, hear me out. Keep going with Andrew Garfield. Keep going with Tobey Maguire. Keep going. Make a live-action Miles Morales. Just do one of those three, and you never have to worry about Peter Parker's Spider-Man ever again. Because if you do it right, like you've done the animated Spider-Man films, you can make something really cool while also being separate from Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I am, again, all down for it. I mean, heck, we have two Batmans coming to live action. We got Robert Pattinson and whoever's going to play the DCU Batman.
Jensen
So,
Ackles. Jensen Ackles.
a lot of
Jensen
people are
Ackles.
saying Jensen Ackles. There was a couple of others. I guess there's some guy posted on his, or sorry, his some actor's gym, or what are they called? Like trainer, like was
Oh,
posting on
yeah.
their Instagram saying like, um, I'm helping this guy get built for his biggest role yet, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it could be Batman," because he's been in the talks for Batman. If I can find that clip or
I mean, he's played
that
Batman
little,
before, so I mean, I feel like it just makes sense.
oh, not Jensen Ackles. He's a
Oh,
different actor.
darn it.
But yeah, no, I mean Jensen Ackles could definitely still be Batman because, like you said, he played literally an animated version of Batman. And here's the funny thing: is Nathan Fillion, the guy who plays Guy Gardner, a version of Green Lantern, has played an animated version of Hal Jordan's Green Lantern before too. So it's totally possible. Like they could absolutely make Jensen Ackles just Batman again.
Yeah.
So, and quite frankly, I can see him as Batman. Like as long as I feel like he's got the charm. Like he could look the part of Bruce Wayne, but also have the menacing side of Batman. Which again,
Hmm.
totally all for. So if DC can do that, like if James Gunn can pull that off, Sony could absolutely do something like that for their own sake.
Oh,
Because
100%.
again, I'm against, like, I know you like Venom, I know you like Craven, but I'm against it all. Like, I loved the first Venom movie, and that's it. Because, like, it was the first time we saw a nearly perfect Venom. Um, Obviously, no spider, but that's for obvious
Like,
reasons.
like
But,
here, I don't know. Like, my thing is like okay, like I do love Venom and I do love Craven. I like the way Craven's is supposed to be, where he's supposed to be a villain, and that's what I thought it was gonna be like. But I just thought it was like cool to see Craven on the screen for the first time. But with Venom, I like the first one. I like the ideas they had for the second and the third, but I didn't love them. Like I thought they could have done so much more with Carnage, because Carnage is, yeah, I get it. Like he's super effed up person, and they're trying to keep it like, I guess, PG-13 or whatever. But like a movie like that should be rated R, in my opinion.
well, and here's the thing. They don't even have to do that unless they, again, like, bring in
Like
Spider-Man.
like
That's all
like
I'm saying is
Deadpool
bring
level
in,
of gore.
yeah, bring in the character that literally made those characters who they are. Like Craven was just a normal like poacher. Like he was just a normal guy poacher, but then he got tired of normal hunting. Like so he started hunting men. Like he had
Bigger game.
like his followers like find the greatest quote unquote hunters and they fought to the death. And
Yes.
again, no one beat him. And then like in the Spider-Man 2 game it shows like hey, there's a whole city of like these beings that you could easily take out. And of course, one of them being Spider-Man. So if we can get that version of Craven, I'm all for it. I'm not all for this anti-hero
No.
like I need to destroy my father because he's evil. It's like, okay,
We
but
get
leave
it.
that up
Daddy
to a
issues.
character that is a hero. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
like again, Craven is a villain, straight up.
Yes.
Morbius,
That was a flop. That was
he's
a flop.
he's okay, but he is kind of an anti-hero already, so I'll give him that. But yeah, no, that movie was apparently garbage. I never saw it,
It
but I
was a
just heard it was
it was
garbage.
a whole flop. The movie I felt like was kind of like a thirst trap, I guess, for the character, because like he's shirtless, like almost like, I don't know, like 50% of the movie or whatever, and it's just like it's basically
I
like,
don't know about that
I mean,
one.
not
I
like that, but like, it's just, I don't know, I don't like it because it doesn't feel like it was more. It didn't. I don't know. I just don't. It just didn't feel cool. It didn't feel too interesting to me. Like I feel like they could have done a lot more with it, in my opinion.
Well, they could
But
have done a lot more with all of them. Like
oh,
again, we
100%.
have the Venom trilogy, garbage.
Yeah.
We had Morbius, garbage.
Bridge.
We had Madam Web,
That's
garbage.
just something we don't talk about. We just don't
Yeah,
talk about that.
exactly. And the worst part is the actress for Madam Web has like seen on site of the new Spider-Man like
Oh no.
film. Like, okay, if they do her character correct,
It'll be
I will
fine.
allow it. But don't make her freaking I don't know. I'm
Don't.
even hesitant to say like for them to try to do anything right with it cuz it's I don't know, it's frightening to even like come up with ideas cuz they could easily mess them up. And again, obviously it's not up to us the fans, but I feel like this director cuz bear in mind I don't think I pointed this out enough, but the director of Shang-Chi is the one directing this new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, that was
And
a
on top
great
of that,
movie.
yeah, exactly. And on top of that, he's the reason why there were so many badass fight scenes. And that's why we're getting more actual Spider-Man like fight scenes instead of just, you know, um CGI, which I don't mind some CGI, like I think it's needed sometimes, but if it's overused, then it's like, okay, well, what's the point at that point? So,
Yeah.
but um he apparently has, I think it's 8 or 9 comic book covers on his wall as he's writing this script. So he has inspiration, and apparently, according to Kevin Feige, the director told him, like, I want to make all these comic books come to life in this movie. So he's gonna like have eight different comic book covers basically come to life for scene to scene. Like that's going to be interesting to see. And I don't know if he's taking inspiration from those stories necessarily, but like to see actual scenes from the comics would be really cool. And again, like one of them is supposedly and actually that's how we found out that Boomerang and Tarantula were going to be in the movie is because a writer, I guess, accidentally leaked that. Um, but yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about, or
Not that I can think of. No, not really. Um,
yeah?
well, I mean, I'm not really familiar with Tarantula or whatever, however you say her name, or their name, or whatever it is. What did they have for abilities?
So he's just a normal fighter with blades, from what I understand. Like, I don't think he has actual spider abilities, but he's a formidable opponent to Spider-Man. Like I think that was one of my goals um before the movie came out was to read more Spider-Man comics cuz like I've been rereading a lot of the ones I've already read in the past, which is like from his origin story to the creation of Doc Ock or his first ever fight with a supervillain, which was Chameleon. So like I'm reading all the old school stuff, and Tarantula and Boomerang kind of fall under that. And I think that's why they're not as notable villains, is because they were kind of like one shots and
Mm,
then like never used again because people didn't find them as appealing as like the Vulture or Doc Ock or literally any of the Sinister Six characters. Like, so I just need to go back and read some that A, I haven't before, and B, like less popular characters and maybe even um, characters that are revolved around this specific movie. So, and I
yeah.
was also gonna go back and read like when Punisher and Spider-Man first met because I think that would be an interesting, like heck, who knows? Maybe that's what they're gonna try and recreate is the first comic of them meeting before. Like, and again, that's far fetched, but also I think it'd be cool if they took inspiration like um a lot of like true comic book nerd like directors and writers like actually take inspiration from. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So that was actually almost a whole hour. That
Oh,
was yeah, we're just 2 minutes away from an hour actually. So,
okay.
yeah, no, honestly, that's all I really got. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I sure did. How about you, Travis? Was it okay to go back to formula, or should we?
Oh, 100%. It's fine with me. It keeps me focused.
Alrighty, sounds good to me then. So look forward more to stuff like this, and if you guys are a fan of gaming, we both also do that. Go check out his channel, spelled exactly like in the top left, or I can even face him right now. Go check out Phantom Voyager on both Twitch and YouTube. Awesome guy, funny guy, love his content. He does more unique stuff than I do. He plays the Batman games. He plays. You play Gotham Knights, right?
Yeah, I played Gotham Knights. I've been playing a lot of
Gotham
Skyrim
Knights,
lately.
Skyrim. That was the one I've seen a lot of. So go check out his channel for more unique content. We both also play together, like Fortnite. We've both been playing a little bit more Destiny together recently, and some other few games. Like we're trying to come up with a playlist, and hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you again, everybody, so much for watching. And oh yeah, go check out the Sense of Humor podcast YouTube channel for
Mm-hmm.
previous and older episodes. We are on episode 47, which is insane. We're about to hit the 50 mark in like 3 weeks, which is awesome. So thank you everybody who's been here supporting us and cheering us on or whatever not. But yeah, other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.